This is NCAA College Volleyball featuring the Waves of Pepperdine University. These Wavescasts are a production of the Pepperdine University Department of Athletics and Game and Entertainment. Welcome into Firestone Fieldhouse on the Pepperdine campus in Malibu. I'm Al Epstein as the Waves take on the Gauchos from UC Santa Barbara. Pepperdine 3-0 on the season, and they're coached by David Hunt, now in his 5th year, and the Waves come off a 3-0 win over Princeton on Monday night. And this evening, the Waves take on a very solid team in UC Santa Barbara, although off to a slow start, 1-3 on the young campaign, and they're coached by Rick McLaughlin in his 14th year. Gauchos come off a 3-1 loss against those same Princeton Tigers on Wednesday afternoon. And you see Rick McLaughlin, former Pepperdine assistant coach, and on this 30th anniversary, the University of Pepperdine will honor the 1992 National Championship team. Marv Dumpy was the coach at that time, and between sets 2 and 3, we'll take you downstairs and the ceremonies. Starting lineups for tonight's match for Pepperdine. They will start on the outside hitters, Spencer Wickens, Jalen Jasper, and Jacob Steele. The middle blockers, Austin Wilmot and Anderson Fuller. The center, Bryce Dvorak, and the libero is Trey Cole. Head coach of the Waves is David Hunt, now in his 5th year, the 2019 MPSF Coach of the Year. He's assisted by Paul Carroll, the associate head coach. Matthew Pollock is the assistant, and Scott Kevorkian is the volunteer assistant coach. For UC Santa Barbara, they will start on the outside, Ryan Wilcox, along with Hautien Shaw and Dwayne Chalmers. Chalmers making his first appearance of the young season. In the middle for Santa Barbara, Brandon Hicks and Donovan Todorov. The center will be Patrick Paragas, averaging better than 9 assists per set, and the libero will be Ryan Pexog. Head coach of the Gauchos, former Pepperdine assistant Rick McLaughlin. He was assistant coach in 1992 when the Waves won the national championship, and also in 2002, Rick McLaughlin in his 14th season. And you see Santa Barbara, the middle blocker Donovan Todorov, a series that dates back to 1971, and the Waves lead the overall series 72-38. These teams battled last year in May of 2021 in the NCAA quarterfinals, and Santa Barbara prevailed 3-1. There you see Paragas, the setter for UC Santa Barbara, our officials for tonight's match, and we got a pretty good crowd on hand on this Friday evening on a rather cool night in Southern California. Tony Chan will be the up official, and Lydia Godshaw is the down official. So the Waves will be moving left to right. They're in their white, blue, and orange, and the Gauchos in their blue and white. Back row attack, misfires, the shot no good. And the Waves take a 1-0 lead. Pepperdine playing their 4th home match of the year. They'll play Lewis next Friday night, ranked number 7 in the country. Waves come in, they're currently rated number 4 and picked to win the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. Santa Barbara is not ranked, and they're picked in the middle of the pack in the Big West Conference. And Santa Barbara is on the board. The Gauchos come into this match hitting .276 as a team. They are not real big. Their middle blockers are 6'6", 6'4". And then you go up against Pepperdine, a team with the middles of Austin Wilmot, 6'10", and Anderson Fuller at 6'9". So the Gauchos picked by 3rd, 4th, or 5th in the Big West with Hawaii and Long Beach State, the two teams co-favorites this year. But the Gauchos, their opponents have been hitting .326. Pepperdine comes into this match, they are hitting a whopping .490. That is off the charts, and they've checked their opponents to only a .206 hitting percentage. Waves up in their 3 previous wins, all by shutouts. So they've won 9 straight sets, and we're tied at 2, and here's Ryan Wilcox. In 2019, Wilcox was the ABCA National Newcomer of the Year. He did not play on Wednesday against Princeton, and he comes in with 37 kills, hitting only .204. He was also the Big West Freshman of the Year in 2019, and Ryan Wilcox was a two-time Hawaii State Player of the Year and won 4 state championships. So to get him back in the lineup is also a big plus for the Gauchos. Shaw missing wide, and the Waves lead 4-2. For Santa Barbara, just up the coast, about 60 miles, so this is always the battle of the beaches. And the Gauchos, who used to be in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation until the Big West formed their own volleyball conference, with Hawaii, the team and a defending champion. And a point for Santa Barbara, 4-3 Pepperdine. So the Hawaii, the defending conference champion, Long Beach State. Again, co-favorites with Hawaii this year. You also have Cal State Northridge, UC Irvine, who the Waves will play down the road, UC San Diego. The Waves on the attack, Jalen Jasper. Nice dig back there by Wilcox. Chalmers firing away. So Dwayne Chalmers getting the start, his first appearance of the year. And Chalmers, 6'4" sophomore from Costa Mesa and Newport Harbor High School. Pepperdine has been so strong with their serve and block. And again, it's early in the season and all these numbers will balance out. Dvorak over the middle, and this is Anderson Fuller scoring. Waves have out-aced their opponents 30-9 and now blocked their opponents 48-13. Well, those are impressive numbers. For Santa Barbara, they have 26 aces, but the opponents 28. And the Gauchos have been outblocked 31-27. But all those numbers we see, again, as this season moves on, will change. Jalen Jasper serving, the All-American from Stanford, 3-time All-American with the Cardinal. And Dvorak from the outside. Dvorak, who is averaging 10.11 assists per set in 2021. Bryce Dvorak was the ABCA National Freshman of the Year. And he's that good. Waves who went 13-7 last year, 11-5 in conference, finishing in third. As serve comes up short by Jalen Jasper. So Jasper off to a great start. That serve backfired and got 20 kills on the year, hitting .389. But when you look at the individual numbers, Austin Wilmot is hitting .700. He does not have an attack error. 21 kills and 30 swings, a service ace by Santa Barbara. This might be a little more competitive than people think. And these teams actually will meet again at Santa Barbara on February the 4th. Now they'll turn around once again. Here's Haotian Shaw, who leads the Gauchos. 51 kills, hitting .279, 6'5" junior from Beijing, China, and a service error. So in Austin Wilmot, no attack errors to start the season on 30 attempts. Jacob Steele does not have an attack error in 24 swings. And he has 16 kills, hitting .667. So the Waves off to a great start. A couple of service errors by both teams, and we're tied at 7. It's a young Gaucho squad, only 6 freshmen, 17 sophomores, and no seniors. So they're somewhat rebuilding, but they have a number of players coming back off last year's solid squad. Blocked up front there. Moragas, and we get, let's see, a net. Going to be against Pepperdine, and a point to Santa Barbara, and they take the lead 8-7. You see Ryan Pecksock, the libero, 5'10" sophomore from Palisades and Loyola High School. Last year, the Gauchos went 16-5, 7-3, good for second place in the Big West. Service errors, so both teams struggling a bit with their serve. Gauchos have an ace and 3 errors. Pepperdine, no aces and 3 errors. This is Anderson Fuller, the 6'9" sophomore from Manlius, New York. And missed it wide. Pepperdine, and they've been so good with their serve early on, facing their opponents 30-9, but they are so much improved over last year. Great jump servers, top spin, excellent location. They'll change speeds, go with the jump floater. A service ace on the left serve. And Pepperdine's going to take a timeout. Their first 3 matches almost too easy. And so they're getting up against a very good Santa Barbara team despite the record of 1-3. And Pepperdine trailing in set 1, 10-8. As we take a look at some of the numbers in a second ace for Santa Barbara. And the first set highlights brought to you by Hirsch Dental. Dr. Thomas Hirsch is the official dentist of Pepperdine Athletics. For more information, visit themalibudentist.com. You see the Santa Barbara bench. And we take a look at some of our fine sponsors for tonight's match. University Credit Union, Chick-fil-A, Sharky's Wood-Fired Mexican Grill, Duke's Malibu, Thomas Hirsch DDS, The Parking Spot, Coca-Cola, Warner Center Marriott, Spruzzo Restaurant and Bar, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Ticket Smarter, Lux Bus America, Ridley Defense Law, AAA Flag and Banner, Aaliyah Ishmael of Ameriprise Financial, the Chiropractic Sports Institute, Taverna Tony, Renee Williams of Farmers Insurance, and Audi. All right, Waves down 10-8 in the first set. It's the best 3 out of 5. First 4 sets to 25, you must win by 2. There is no ceiling if it goes to a set 5. You'll play to 15 again, you must win by 2 points. There's no cap. This is Brandon Hicks, the middle blocker at 6'4", senior, actually junior from Newport Beach. Over the middle, Wilmot, and blocked up front. Todorov with a nice block along with Haragas. Good job by the Gauchos, 11-8. Brandon Hicks is off to a great start. He has 32 kills on the year and hitting .622. And 1 attack air and another ace. Already 3 aces for Santa Barbara, and that has given them the lead as they go on a bit of a run and take a 12-8 advantage. You know, Santa Barbara lost their first 2 matches to USC, one of those in 5, and then dropping to Princeton on Wednesday. Another good serve by Hicks. Pepperdine, Wickens has to set. Steele from the outside. Jacob Steele, 16 kills, hitting .667. He has 5 aces on the year. Bryce Dvorak leads the team with 7 bullets, and Steele came into this match with 24 attempts and no attack errors. You know, every now and then you'll have 1 player with no attack errors, but the Waves actually have 4. Ball is pinball. Can the Waves keep it in play? No. Nice effort by Dvorak. He's a 6'4" sophomore from Newport Beach. Freshman All-American and the 2021 ABCA National Freshman of the Year. Let's watch it again. The Gauchos look sharp. Todorov over the middle. Todorov, 6'6" sophomore from San Diego. He leads the team with 10 blocks. Steele from the outside. Ball is kept in play by Santa Barbara. Haragas finds Wilcox, who drops it over. Nice save by Cole. And then over the middle, Wickens, returned by Santa Barbara. Jasper. The shot comes up short. All right, Santa Barbara, very emotional. Get a chance to go on the road and take on number 4 team in the country, and they lead 14-9. And Gauchos off to a great start. Jump floater deep. Dvorak goes over the middle of Wilmot. Ball is kept in play by Santa Barbara. Shaw rejected by Jasper along with Wilmot. So the Gauchos, they're not very tall, but they're extremely athletic and quick. We would expect a lot of back row attack from Santa Barbara. Probably run that big attack that teams who are a little bit smaller stance with a back row quick, a style of offense that allows a team to disguise the intended hitter with a quick set. We have seen that early, but the serve also has made a big difference for Santa Barbara, and the Waves, another service error, and Pepperdine trailing 15-10. Waves are hitting 0-0-0. 3 kills, 11 swings, 3 attack errors. Gauchos only hitting 111, but their serve has put pressure on Pepperdine. outside Jasper. Oh, nice dig by Paragas. It goes to Chalmers, blocked up front by Jasper and Wilmot. On the other side, Shaw, and there's the block. Wickens and Wilmot. Austin Wilmot, an All-American, 6'10" senior from Valley Village, California. He leads the Waves with 12 blocks coming in. He's on the national team, hitting .700 for the season, leading Pepperdine with 21 kills and no attack errors. Outside Chalmers, covered there by Pepperdine's Alex Gettinger. Outside Wickens, off the blocks and able to score. Spencer Wickens, at 5'11", a senior from New York, an All-American, 16 kills, hitting .382. All right, Waves down 15-12 in the first set. Austin Wilmot, he got a good jump floater. Not handled well by Santa Barbara. They'll struggle to get it over. Chalmers volleys it back, but we get a whistle. We're going to get the ball went out of bounds. Point to Pepperdine. 15-13, Pepperdine trailing. It's a big weekend of men's volleyball involving the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. Over at UCLA and Pauley Pavilion, they've got a challenge going on over the middle, and the ball kept in play. Dvorak got a touch, and Gettinger able to tap it over. Now Todorov pounds it. Pepperdine keeps it alive. Jasper and the block up front. Todorov and Shaw. Rick McLaughlin might challenge this. Thought maybe the Waves were over the net. Well, let's see. Point for the Waves. That's what it shows. We do not see the green card as yet. 15-14. Pepperdine on a 4-0 run. And now will be challenged. Rick McLaughlin, in his 14th year, he was a former head coach at LMU when the Lions had volleyball, men's volleyball, from 1993 through 2000. And you see Lydia Godshaw will take a look. He was a two-time MPSF Coach of the Year. And in 1998 and in 2000. In 2000, Rick McLaughlin was the National Coach of the Year. He played his volleyball at Loyola Marymount, graduated in 1990, was an outstanding setter. Take a look at some of the numbers, and there's Todorov. But the Waves able to keep it alive. Gettinger with the hit. There's Peksak. And then Todorov again. Pepperdine back on offense. They go to Jasper. And they'll take a look at this. Initial call was a point for Pepperdine, and the block, I guess, going out of bounds. Rick McLaughlin, assistant coach at Pepperdine in 1991 and in 1992, and his brother Jim, former head coach at the University of Washington, and went over to Notre Dame. 15-14, Santa Barbara with the lead in the first set, as a challenge by Rick McLaughlin in Santa Barbara. I'm going to take a look at this. Did the ball go out of bounds, or did it hit the sideline and stay inbounds? The initial call was that Jasper's hit and the block was wide and no good. So for each coach this year, men's volleyball, each coach will get 3 challenges. If you win it, then you just keep the challenge. If you lose it, you'll be down 1. So in this first set, let's see the block and the return. Tough to tell. Wilmot was right there. Here's Jasper one more time. The block. What do they call over the net? And Lydia Godshaw still looking at it. I think one down the road, they're going to have to put a time limit on this. Keep this around 90 seconds, 2 minutes. Got a crowd of around maybe, got a really good crowd, I think. Wow, maybe 600-700 on hand at Firestone Fieldhouse. Capacity is about 3,100 on a night that Pepperdine will honor the 1992 National Men's Volleyball Championship team, the 30th anniversary. And we got a big crowd on hand. Okay, one more time. Let's see. I can't tell. It looked like it went out of bounds. Maybe they're saying it went off Jasper. It's got to be definitive and absolute. Okay, this is Shaw, terrific leaper, gets the block. Trying to see where the ball hit. It looks like it was out of bounds. They finally have got a decision. Only the one official looks and makes the decision. See if the call will stand. And the call will stand. Point for Pepperdine. Maybe there was just not enough evidence to overturn it. So Rick McLaughlin loses his challenge and now has 2 remaining, and David Hunt has 3. In the women's volleyball, I believe next year each coach will get 2 challenges. And again, the same rules apply. If you win it, you keep it. If you lose it, then you'll be down 1. There's Rick McLaughlin, who will be honored between sets 2 and 3. We'll take you downstairs. You'll see all the ceremonies between all the alumni in attendance and a big crowd, and then they will take a look at the and introduce the 1992 championship squad 30 years ago. All right, the Waves misfiring on the serve. 1 ace, 6 airs. The Gauchos 3 aces, 4 airs. Dvorak runs it down. Jasper on the outside. Oh, nice save by Paragas, the setter. It comes to Dvorak over the middle, and that is Fuller. Anderson Fuller. Fuller hitting .381, comes into the match with 10 kills. 6'9" sophomore. This is Jalen Jasper. 3 years at Stanford, and like everyone else, they thought Stanford was going to drop the sport this year, but the alumni and boosters came up with the funding, and so Stanford is playing this year. Shaw shot attempt out of bounds. Jasper, a number of players left the Cardinal as the Gauchos take a timeout. Pepperdine has rallied from a 15-10 deficit to catch the Gauchos at 16 all. So for Jalen Jasper, 6'7" senior from Annapolis, Maryland, actually grew up in Fountain Valley here in Southern California, but a 3-time All-American. In 2017, he was the high school national player of the year. That's a big loss for Stanford. Despite that, Stanford's currently ranked number 15 in the country and off to a pretty good start. But Jalen Jasper did not play last season, sat out with the pandemic. He's on the U.S. Junior National Team. A career 917 kills at Stanford. Also was a top basketball player, and with a vertical of 40 inches, as you see Jacob Steele, and that comes up short. But Jalen Jasper's dad, Ivan, played football at the University of Hawaii, and now the offensive coordinator at Navy football program. And his mom, Donna Jo, played basketball at the University of Hawaii. Jalen making a name for himself as you see the first set highlight brought to you by Hirsch Dental. But it's been the serve the difference. Neither team hitting well. In fact, the Gauchos are hitting a minus .067. Pepperdine hitting .188. The serve the difference. And Pepperdine once again 7th air in just 1 ace. The Gauchos 3 aces and 4 airs. You see the center, Patrick Paragas, 6'4", 6-foot sophomore from Newport Beach, averaging 9.25 assists per set. Here's Shaw, 6'5" junior from Beijing, China. A left-hander with a good topspin serve, Wickens, and able to score. Hicks was there along with Paragas. Spencer Hicks at 5'11". You see Alex Gettinger in the lineup for Pepperdine. Gettinger, 6'4" senior out of Wildwood, Missouri, extremely athletic. And a great jump serve. Wickens serving. Gauchos go outside at Chalmers, and he drives it off the hands of Fuller and Dvorak. The Gauchos maybe have not been at full strength to start the season, but they're always dangerous. Talked about Rick McLaughlin, who will be honored. He was assistant coach to Marv Dunphy on that 1992 national championship team. And between sets 2 and 3, we'll take you downstairs for the ceremonies. Blocked up front. The blocking of the Gauchos has been excellent early on. Dvorak punches it over, but it's no good. You see Ryan Pexock, the libero, 1917 UC Santa Barbara. So for the Gauchos, always high expectation when it comes to men's volleyball. Dvorak goes backside to Jasper, flying out of the back row. Jalen Jasper once again. This season, 6 conferences will battle for a national championship. Waves go to the bench. And they bring in Paul Rosick, a 6'4" freshman, to serve. He's out of Huntington Beach and Servite High School. Rosick, the jump serve, puts some pressure on Santa Barbara. Backside, Shaw. Again, the back row attack by UC Santa Barbara. And they have the lead at 2018. Gauchos have some fans here driving down the coast into Malibu. Now, 6 conferences will battle for a national championship this year. The newest, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. The SIAC will join the MPSF, the Big West, the EVA, the Midwest Conference, then the Eastern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association is Wilmot with a put away. The Mount Pacific Sports Federation in the Big West. So the EVA, Big West, MPSF, Conference Carolinas, the Midwest Intercollegiate Volleyball Association, and now the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Those 6 conferences, service air by Pepperdine and Bryce Dvorak, 21-19 Gauchos. So that Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and features 6 schools. It is a Division II conference. There are actually 15 schools in that conference, but only 6 will play Division I men's volleyball. Returned up front by Todorov. Again, Wilmot, he's rejected once again. It comes back to Jasper outside, blocked up front. Wilcox was there, and Todorov, and then finally Pepperdine gets it. Austin Wilmot. Yeah, the Gauchos are battling up front. A quick athletic team. Boy, nowadays you just cannot look past anybody. So many good teams and so many outstanding coaches. Alex Gettinger to serve. 21-20, Pepperdine trailing in the first set. Comes up short with the Waves. Their 9th air, only 1 ace. That's the difference. But in that SIAC, you have Morehouse College from downtown Atlanta, Central State from Wilberforce, Ohio, outside of Dayton, Benedict College from Columbia, South Carolina. Another good serve by the Gauchos. Waves on the backside, Jasper driving it. Big point for Pepperdine, down 22-21. Edward Waters University from Jacksonville, Florida. Kentucky State University from Frankfort, Kentucky. And Fort Valley State from Fort Valley, Georgia. Those are the 6 teams. Division II schools playing Division I men's volleyball. And Morehouse is picked to win that conference. Good jump floater by Wilmot. The Waves changing up. Well, anytime you see a server, and usually it's the jump serve, as the opponent, you're on your heels more times than not. And then you run a jump floater, and all of a sudden, you're off balance, and your timing is gone. The Gauchos take a timeout. The Waves have tied it again, 22-22. In set number 1, the ace for Austin Wilmot is 4th of the season. Mr. Wilmot played 2 years at UC Irvine and has become an All-American and a national top player at Pepperdine. But those 6 conferences, the EVA, or the Eastern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association, Penn State, that's currently ranked number 3, is picked to win that league. In the Big West, co-favorites Long Beach State and Hawaii. And of course, Hawaii, the defending national champions, current number 1 team in the nation. Hawaii beat Brigham Young last year. In the MPSF, Pepperdine is favored. Conference Carolinas, Mount Olive, they won the league last year. In the Midwest Conference, Loyola Chicago is the favorite. In the SIAC, as we talked about, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Morehouse. Well, there you see the numbers. Service airs. Waves give away 9 points, and they only have 1 ace to show, make it 2 aces to show for it. And for the Gauchos, 3 aces, but only 4 service airs, so they've kept the ball in play. Gauchos with a couple of blocks, Pepperdine with 4, and we're tied at 22. You'll see a happy fan enjoying this Friday night in Southern California. Gauchos on the backside. Shaw missed it wide. So Hautian Shaw, he's had some good looks, but he's only 1 kill and 5 attack errors and 6 swings. He's hitting a minus 667. I mean, they've got him in the back row where they want him. He's trying to go cross court and avoid the block and just hasn't been able to connect. Waves get the lead, 23-22. Outside Shaw, this time he does. A terrific athlete, he's been in the program for a number of years. Leads the Gauchos with 51 kills, hitting 279. We're tied at 23 in the first set. Gauchos serving. They bring in Reese Barnett, a 6'5 sophomore from Redondo Beach, Redondo Union High School. Barnett high toss, fires away. Dvorak on the backside, Jasper pounds it, covered there by Barnett. On the other side, Shaw with a change of pace. Nice block by Fuller, and the Waves get the point. 24-23, set point number 1 for Pepperdine. Now David Hunt in his 5th year as head coach, 2019 MPSF Coach of the Year, 10 years an assistant with the Waves, became the associate head coach in 2014, and David is a graduate of UCLA in 2008. A lot of experience, coached men and women national teams as an assistant. Jasper serving, Waves trying to come back in this one over the middle. Jasper comes up with a great save, Wickens, but the block up front. Chalmers along with Hicks coming up with the block. And we go to overtime in the first set. 24-24. Boy, what a save by Jasper, but for naught as the Gauchos score. All right, this is Shaw, 6'5 junior, and he leads the Gauchos with 6 aces on the year. Took something off of it. Outside, Wickens able to stuff it. Set point number 2 for Pepperdine. Boy, Wickens at 5'11", he'll be at the service line, but he really gets up the ladder. Terrific athlete, strong arm, great court presence as you watch him. Wickens serving. Waves trying to get this first set. Outside, punched over. Waves back, Gettinger with a rip and scores. And Pepperdine wins the first set 26-24, takes a 1-0 lead over Santa Barbara. Pepperdine hitting 226, the Gauchos 0-0-0. Come back with a second set. You're watching Wavecast, a production of the Pepperdine University Department of Athletics.